Hi, in this video I will show you how to download an image from the internet and show that image in your app's image view. So let's get started. Open Android Studio and click Start a new Android Studio project. As you can see, empty activity is selected by default. Click Next. Write the project name. Write the package name. Usually it's your website in reverse order, then dot and the project name. I am going to save the project on my desktop. For language, select Java, and for minimum SDK, select API 16 or Android Jelly Bean. And it says your app will run on approximately 99.8% of devices, and that should be sufficient. Click Finish. Go to activity_main.xml. First, I will change this layout to linear layout. Just delete this text view. Delete this line. Write orientation vertical. And I will give a padding of 16 dp. dp stands for density independent pixels. Now create a button. Once this button is tapped, download should begin. So you can go to design and drag and drop a button into the linear layout. Go to code. I will change the ID to btn download. For the text, I will write download image. Next, create an image view to show the image. Go to design, common, and drag and drop an image view inside this linear layout. Select an image, click OK. Go to code. I will change the ID to IV for image view. Show image. For layout_height attribute, I will use match parent. Check the design. Alright. Next, go to main_activity.java and inside class scope, declare the object references for our views. Image view, IV, show image, button, btn, download. Click here and press Alt Enter to import button. Initialize the handles in onCreate. Write IV show image equals to find view by ID r.id.iv show image. btn download equals to find view by ID r.id.btn download. Set on-click listener on button. btn download dot on-click listener and pass this. Click on the red squiggly line, press Alt Enter and select make main activity implement android.view.on-click listener and select the on-click method. Click OK. When the button is clicked or tapped, this overridden method gets called. We will create an inner class that extends async task. The async task class allows you to run statements in the background and to synchronize again with your main thread. It can also report progress of the running task to main thread. Async tasks can be used for short background operations like downloading an image from the internet, then updating the image view. To be able to use async tasks, you must subclass it. The parameters are params, progress, and result. And async task is started via the execute method. This execute method calls the do in background and the on post execute method. The first parameter, params, is what you pass to the do in background method. The second parameter, progress, is used for progress information. And the third parameter, result, is the return type of doInBackground method. This result parameter is passed to onPostExecute as a parameter. This doInBackground method runs automatically in a separate background thread, and you should put your coding instruction there. Once the doInBackground method finishes, the Android framework calls the onPostExecute method, where it synchronizes itself again with the user interface thread or the main thread and allows it to be updated. Let's create the async task subclass. I will name it image downloader. Write private class image downloader extends async task. For params, it should be string because we will be sending the URL to doInBackground. For progress, it should be void. And for result, it should be bitmap because we will be returning bitmap image from doInBackground. Click on the red squiggly line, press Alt Enter and select Implement Methods. Click OK. You can also implement other methods like onPostExecute and onProgressUpdate. We need to create a URL object presenting the URL. So write URL equals to new URL. Strings within brackets 0. Click on the red squiggly line and press Alt Enter and select Surround with Try Catch. String 0 gives the string that we will be passing in execute method. Next, we need a URL connection with support for HTTP specific features. So obtain a new HTTP URL connection by calling URL.openConnection and casting the result to HTTP URL connection. Write HTTP URL connection, HTTP URL connection, URL.openConnection. Cast this to HTTP URL connection. Press Alt Enter and select Add Catch Clauses. As you can see, 2 catch clauses have been added. We can now call getInputStream method on HTTP URL connection to get the input stream returned. Note that the input and output streams returned by this class are not buffered. So you should wrap the return stream with buffered input stream. Input stream equals to new buffered input stream HTTP URL connection dot get input stream. Next, decode an input stream into a bitmap. If the input stream is null or cannot be used to decode a bitmap, the function returns null. So write bitmap temp equals to bitmap factory dot decode stream, and inside that pass our input stream. Then return the bitmap to onPostExecute method. Return temp. It's always a good practice to release the connection by calling disconnect method on HTTP URL connection. So after the catch block, write finally HTTP URL connection dot disconnect. Just copy this and paste here, give a semicolon and just delete this part, and it's done. Next, come to on post execute, delete the supercall, and here check whether the bitmap is null or not. If bitmap not equals to null, set the image view with the bitmap dot set image bitmap and pass the bitmap. Show a toast message for successful download. So write toast dot make text. For context, you can pass main activity dot this, or you can call get application context. For text, I am going to write download successful. And for duration, write toast dot length short, then call the show method. Else, that means if the bitmap is null, then show a toast message for download failure. So I'm just going to copy this line and paste here, and I will change this to download error. Next, come back to on click. To start the async task, write new image downloader dot execute, and here I will pass the online image URL. Next, go to manifests, and here we need to give internet permission. For that, write uses permission android.permission.internet and uses permission android.permission.access_network_state. Run the app to check the output. Click the download image button, and as you can see, download error. Let's see what happened in Logcat. As you can see, the error is java.io.io exception. Clear text HTTP traffic to sandeepbhattacharya.com is not permitted. I will give you a minute to think about this problem and solve it by yourself. You can pause the video now. We'll come back. I hope you managed that. According to network security configuration, starting with API level 28, clear text support is disabled by default. To fix this issue, you can create an XML file named network_security_config in RES under XML directory. You must include an entry in the manifest of your app to point to this file. So go to RES and create a new directory called XML. Right click, new file. Here write XML version equals to within double quotes 1.0, encoding equals to within double quotes UTF-8. Write network dash security dash config, set application wide security config using base config tag. base dash config clear text traffic permitted and set it to true within double quotes. Go to Android manifest.xml and inside this application tag write Android : network security config at XML / the file that we have just created. Run the application to see the output. Click the download image button. As you can see, the image has been downloaded and shown in the image view. Also, we get the download successful toast. Thanks for watching. If you find this tutorial useful, please like and share the video and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this.